Next, we would like to have David Pepper to come forward. He is a candidate for the Attorney General for the state of Ohio.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. My name is David Pepper. I'm from Cincinnati. I'm a proud father of a 4-month-old, a proud husband. And I was on Cincinnati City Council. I was on the Hamilton County Commission. I was the president of the Hamilton County Commission. And I got elected shortly after the riots in Cincinnati in 2001. Worked as hard as I could to clean up that city and improve police and community relations, improve safety, put jobs back in our neighborhoods, revitalize our neighborhoods. I'm very proud of the results we have. Cincinnati, like Cleveland, is doing very well. I am running because I think the Attorney General should be your lawyer. 5 times in the last 3 years, this state has violated the constitutional rights of our voters. And every single time, the current Attorney General went to court. But he didn't go to court to defend the voters. He went to court to defend the unconstitutional laws. And he lost every single time. And every time we do that, we lose money, we lose time, and we've embarrassed ourselves across the country because we can't figure out as a state how not to violate our citizens' constitutional rights. That's just one example. This state is a bad way. It's going in the wrong direction. Whether it's our schools, the state cutting local funds, I mentioned voting rights, workers' rights, women's rights, all under attack. And the Attorney General can't solve everything, but the Attorney General certainly should be in the corner of the citizens and your rights. And so when I see those rights under attack, when I see constitutional violations, and I know as Attorney General I take an oath to the Constitution, I'm not going to sit there quietly. I'm not going to defend the violation of constitutional rights. I'm going to go to court and explain that these politicians can't figure out how to violate the Constitution. I'm going to go to court and make sure that's clear. You guys are paying the bills of this office, aren't you? Well, you should be the client too, shouldn't you? And that's what I'm going to do when I get there. Thank you all very much. Remember 3 simple words. Just add pepper and you can't go wrong this November. Thank you very much. Well, let me say it, in the public safety area, the heroin crisis is clearly something that's overwhelming 88 counties. Your county executive here has done some very good things. A lot of counties don't have nearly the resources they need. So I have put together, and here's the bad news. There is no plan in Columbus to tackle the heroin crisis. They don't have a clue how to really solve it. They have a little thing there, a little thing here, they talk a lot about it, but in July 1st, they cut treatment from a federal grant. They've been reducing prevention in schools. So we've laid out an honest-to-goodness plan of how to get treatment to those who need it. No one who's decided they need treatment should be told they have to wait 6 or 8 months. They're not going to come back. We need to get more people in schools to get the prevention they need. So we've laid out a broad plan on the heroin crisis, but even bigger than that, as I said when I started, we got to get this whole office back to work for you. The Attorney General the last 3 years has been running around the country fighting political battles. He was literally the lead Attorney General in the country going to bat for Hobby Lobby in Washington. But he can't go to bat and have a real heroin plan right here in Ohio. So the main way we're going to get to work is if we get this job out of the far-right politics where the current Attorney General has it and gets it back to work for the taxpayers and voters of Ohio. And we'll do that from day one.
Mr. Pepper, what has been your greatest accomplishment in your career?
I would say, as I mentioned, I'm proud of Cincinnati, but I was not proud of my city. In 2001, we had a lot of problems. We had riots on our streets, we had terrible police community relations, we had very poor trust. And what I'm proud about is that when I got in there and I was just 30 years old, we put together a whole lot of change, a whole lot of reform, a whole lot of transparency. And we made our city safer, we improved police community trust, and since Ferguson, all around the country there have been stories written about what Cincinnati did. We got a good story to tell. Here's maybe the most proud part about that. We did it so well that in the last 3 years, both the FOP and the NAACP have had their national conventions in Cincinnati to study what we did. Because both sides came to the table and we improved and reformed things. We're all better because of it. So even 2 groups that 10 to 15 years ago in Cincinnati could not agree on what to do, now are studying what we did, and I was part of all that change. So I'm very proud of that. Hopefully I'll be in public service for a long time, but I'll probably never have a moment that was more challenging where we got more done than when I first got elected to City Council.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me just close by, I was at a church the other day. It reminded me of I was speaking there, of a great quote by Abraham Lincoln. And he had a minister say, Mr. President, let us pray that God is on our side. And Abraham Lincoln said to the group, no, gentlemen, let us pray that we are on God's side. And as I talk about this office, let me say a slight change to that. I want Attorney General that's on the citizen side. And so whether it's women being under attack in the Hobby Lobby case, I'm not going to go to Washington to fight for Hobby Lobby. I'm going to fight for Ohio's women. And if voters are under attack here in Ohio, again and again and again, and it's clear that what's being done is unconstitutional, I'm not going to court for the politicians violating your rights. I'm going to court for you. You're the client. I will represent and fight for you. So let's get this job back on the citizen's side. That's what I hope to do. Thank you all very much. Good to see everyone. And I apologize. I have to get back to my 4-month-old, so I can't stick around. But thank you all very much. Good to see everybody.